All right, hello everyone, welcome back. Emma here. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another yoga flow. Today's is gonna be a little bit quick, 30 minutes, kind of. I realize that a lot of us have really busy lives, so we just wanna fit something in really quick. Sometimes a full hour just isn't quite accessible, and I totally understand that. I still wanna make it challenging, get your heart rate up and do something fun. So we're gonna kind of not speed through the warm-up, but it'll be a quicker warm-up. We'll get into some sun salutations and then a little bit of a quicker cool down. So hopefully you feel like you get a lot out of your practice, but you don't have to spend too much time out of your busy schedule. So let's go ahead and get started in a child's pose. Come to the back of your mat, your big toes touch, your knees wide. And if it feels better, you could always bring your knees together, arms straight by your side. Can you rest your stomach, your chest between your thighs? Maybe you rock your forehead a little bit, right and left. You could even bring your hands out wider so the pinkies fall off the edges of the mat, getting a little bit more space through the shoulder blades. Take a deep, full breath in, feel up your chest, your diaphragm, your low belly. You might even feel your hips rise a little bit. Open your mouth, let it go out of your mouth. Big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, sigh. Allow yourself to land on your mat with each exhale. Your awareness coming to the four corners of your mat, using your breath as an anchor. Crawl the fingers a little bit forward and then off to the right. You can bring right hand down by your knee and press. Big stretch left side, sink your left hip back and breathe into your left lung. And then walk hands over to the left. Left hand down by your knee. Crawl the right hand a little bit further. Press through the right pinky finger and breathe into your right lung. Walk your hands back through center. Inhale, come up tabletop. Slide your knees under your hips and then bring your knees together. We're gonna take a seat back onto the heels. Tuck your toes so your seat is on your heels. You should feel a pretty big stretch through the bottoms of the feet. It's a little bit uncomfy. You can even peel the pinky toes out if that helps. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other, draw your belly button towards your spine, and then clasp your hands in front of you and roll out your wrists. Switch directions. Take your arms out to a cactus shape. Pinch the shoulder blades together. Inhale, curl back a little bit. Bring your right arm under your left, eagle arms. If that's not accessible, forearms together or grab opposite shoulders. Gentle tuck of your chin, lengthen the back of your neck. Great, untuck your toes, lift your hips, bring the tops of the feet down as you lower your forearms down to the mat. So your eagle arms are down. Uncross just your wrists so the backs of the palms face each other. Walk your left hand more forward and thread your right arm underneath for thread the needle. Right arm extended, palm face up, left arm stretching forward, maybe even grabbing the top of your mat. Spiral the inner thighs back, press down through the tops of the feet. Walk your left hand back just a little bit. Press down enough to unthread your right arm, both arms forward, puppy pose. Forehead down to start, arch your back like cow pose. Think of spreading the sitting bones apart. Gentle stretch through your abdomen, and if you want more, chin to the mat. Come forward onto your belly, Sphinx Pose, shoulders over elbows. Imagine sliding yourself forward. Press down through the tops of the feet. Gentle tuck of your chin. And then from here, tuck your toes, forearm plank. Squeeze your core, inner thighs. Look down. Press your heels back. Knit your ribs towards your hips. Stay here and find your breath. 3, 2, side plank on the left, 1. Reach your right arm up, stack your feet, squeeze your inner thighs. Try to press your hip points up. Right arm can reach up or extend overhead, palm face down. A little pinch of the shoulder blades towards each other. Great. Plant your right hand down, take side plank on the right with the palm down instead of the forearm. So you've switched. Try to grip the mat a little bit with the pads of the fingers, not so much weight in the palm. Left arm high or extend it overhead for 3, 2, 1. Right knee down, modified side plank. As you inhale, come all the way up to stand on your knees, both arms up. We'll take a side stretch. Left hand down your left thigh, reach your right arm up and over. Big stretch through the right side, press down through the top of your right foot. As you inhale, come up, reach your arms out wide, turn your left toes to the back of your mat. Take a baby warrior 2. Arms out wide, shoulders melt, and then bring your left elbow onto your left thigh, reach your right arm up and over. So again, stretching it to the right side, but now we're also getting into the left inner thigh. 3, 2, 1. Gate pose to the top, right hand down, extend your left arm overhead, press through your right palm and your left foot, try to pick up your right knee and shoot it out, fallen triangle. Left arm extends forward, strong right shoulder. If this is too much, you can also just send your left arm up instead of overhead for 3, 2, left hand down, roll onto your left toes, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, figure 4 bear or figure 4 down dog. Personally, I like a little bend in the left knee, more like a bear pose. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Flex your right foot and lift your hips up. Start to walk your hands towards the back of your mat. Keep your hands down on the mat or on 2 blocks. So you're going to figure 4, a pretty big stretch through your right hip. Slide your right foot over your left so your ankles are crossed, and then walk your hands over to the right. Nice big stretch through the left side. You can bend your knees here as much as you need. Squeeze your belly. More length, left side. Back of neck relax, find a steady breath. Walk your hands back through center, uncross your ankles so the feet are hips distance. Widen the stance just a tad. Big bend right knee, right hand down. Send your left arm high for a twist. Here you can roll out the wrist. You could take a half wrap or full bind. Try to peel your chest more to the left. 3, 2, 1. Release and switch. Left hand replaces right. Big bend left knee. Send your right arm up. Same options. Roll out the wrist, half wrap or full bind for 3, 2, 1. Release. Right hand down. Heel toe your feet to touch. Fingertips or palms on the mat or on a block. Lift your heels. Curl up into a little ball, chin to chest, forehead towards your knees. If you'd like, you can also wrap your arms around your shins and squeeze for 3. Ankle bones towards each other. Knees towards each other. 2, 1. Hands to the mat if they're not already. Drop your knees down in front of you and take a seat onto your heels. Again, you can peel the pinkies out if that feels good. It probably doesn't feel good. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it should be. Cactus your arms again, and then we'll eagle wrap the left arm underneath the right. Same options. You could bring forearms together or grab opposite elbows. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Lift through the crown of your head, and then pull your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Great. Lift your hips and untuck your toes. You'll dive your torso down. Squeeze your core as you get there. Bring your forearms to the mat. Keep your elbows crossed. Just uncross your wrists so the backs of the palms face each other. Then you'll stretch your right arm forward, thread your left arm through for thread the needle. You might need to widen the knees a little bit away from each other. Hips stay high, stacked over your knees. Press down through the back of your left hand as you breathe into your left shoulder for 3, 2, 1. Walk your right hand back just a little bit, enough to unthread your left arm, and then also extend your left arm forward for puppy. Maybe this time you grab the top of your mat. Imagine pulling it forward. If you have the space, sternum melts down, chin forward, arch your back like cow pose, and then slide forward onto your belly, Sphinx. Sternum forward, inner shoulders back, press down through the tops of the feet, and then tuck your toes, lift your hips, squeeze your transverse abs, forearm plank. Little rounding through your upper back. Forearm plank on the right side. Left arm high or extended overhead. Squeeze your inner thighs. Firm down the outside edge of your right foot. Maybe left arm extends for 3, 2, 1. Left hand down, roll to the outside of your left foot. Side plank with your hand down. Side plank, left side. Little bend in the elbow if you feel like it's locked. And then drop your left knee, gate pose. Right arm extends overhead, palm face down. Inhale, lift your chest up. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Right toes pointing towards the long edge of your mat. Reach your right hand down your right shin, side stretch. Left arm extends, bicep by the ear. Maybe you gaze up towards the ceiling or the sky. Inhale, center, turn your right toes out, baby warrior 2. Knee tracking over the right toes, arms wide, and then bring your right elbow onto your right thigh, extend your left arm up and over. Firm your glutes, press your hip points forward, feel a gentle stretch through your inner right thigh. And then gate pose, top of the mat, left hand down, turn your right toes in, stretch your right arm overhead. Press down with your right foot and left palm to hover your left knee and then kick it out, fall in triangle. Right arm extends forward or up for 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, come up high onto your right toes, cross your left ankle over your right thigh for either figure 4 down dog or figure 4 bear. Left knee driving back, head relaxed, arms are long, think down dog. And then start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Keep your fingertips on the mat or on 2 blocks. Left toes flex. You should feel a stretch through your left hip. Slide your left leg over your right so the ankles are crossed, and then walk your hands over to the left. Drop your head. Big stretch, right side. 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back through center. Uncross your feet. Feet are about hips distance. Peace sign fingers to your big toes. Thumbs cap your big toe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull yourself forward. Squeeze your inner thighs. Inner wrists face each other. Elbows go out. Crown of the head sinking for 3. Steady breathing. 2. 1. Inhale, halfway lift. Slide your hands under your feet. Palms face up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold yourself forward. Sitting bones lift and spread apart. Squeeze your core, inner thigh spiral back. More space between the shoulders for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, halfway lift. Release your hands from underneath you. Walk yourself out to a plank and follow with your right foot, runner's lunge. Right foot, runner's lunge. Think cow pose. Arch your back, sternum forward, gaze up. Exhale, drop your back knee, half split. Straighten into your right leg, flex your foot, keep your arms extended forward. Rebend your right knee, reach both arms up. Bind your hands behind your back, clamp your palms together. Inhale, curl your chest back. Exhale, tuck your left toes, pick up your left knee, bound high lunge. Lift your hands away from your left leg. Standing L, release your hands in front of your mat, lift your left leg up and flex your foot. Little bend right knee if you need. Step your feet together, fold top of your mat. Bend your knees, chair pose. Reach both arms up. The weight's in the heels, light toes. Exhale, sweep your arms back. Stay here as you are, or lift your heels up, press your ankle bones forward. Gentle tuck of your chin, 3, 2. Heels down, rise all the way up. Reach your arms. When you're up, right hand grabs your left wrist and lean over to the right. Send your hips to the left, squeeze your inner thighs. Engage your right oblique to stretch the left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch your grip and lean to the left. Melt the shoulders, chin lifting, steady breathing for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise, palms press, look up. Exhale, forward fold, dive all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back with your right foot, runner's lunge on the left side. Inhale, arch your back, think cow pose, look forward. Exhale, drop your back knee, half splits. Keep your arms extended forward. Stretch through your calf and hamstring. And then rebend your left knee, reach both arms up, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Bind your hands behind your back with the opposite thumb on top. Inhale, curl your chest open, work your hands away from you. And then tuck your right toes, pick up your right knee, bound high lunge. Try to straighten your right leg, press your hamstring and your glute up. Release your hands, standing L. Bump your fingers out in front of your mat. Right foot flex, lift up from your heel. Little bend left knee if you need. Step your feet together, fold top of your mat. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Gentle tuck of your pelvis. Sweep your arms back, stay here or lift your heels. Ankle bones press forward, squeeze your core. Heels down, rise all the way up, reach your arms. Right hand, left wrist, and lean to the right. Your inner thighs squeeze, tailbone dropping towards your heels. Inhale, center, switch your grip into the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Plant your hands, step or jump back. First chaturanga will meet in a downward facing dog. Use your inhale for your back bend and your exhale to go back, downward facing dog, hips up super high. The wider you spread your fingers, the less pressure there will be on your wrists. You can take a few moments here to pedal out your down dog or just melt your heels in the direction of your mat. Bring your feet to touch in your down dog and lift your right leg up. Bend your right knee, stack your right hip over your left. Roll out the ankle or the hip for 3, 2, 1. Square off your right hip, big breath in. Exhale, crunch to the left elbow. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, crunch knee to nose and take a step in between your thumbs. Pivot your left heel down, open it up, warrior 2. Shoulders melt, fingers reach opposite directions. Notice if you're gripping with your toes, shift more weight back to your heel. Shift your gaze over your right fingertips. Inhale, breath, reverse warrior. Light left fingertips on your leg, right arm high. Exhale, side angle, elbow onto your thigh, left arm up, or maybe you're ready to extend it. Firm up your left leg, squeeze your left glute. Great. Inhale, rise, star pose, right toes turn in. Press your palms together overhead. Eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left and bring your heels in, toes out, goddess. Tuck your pelvis just a little bit, take a big breath in. As you exhale, round your back, try to parallel your forearms with the mat. You send your butt back, your spine is long, gentle tuck of your chin. Press your knees away from each other. Release right hand down, turn your toes in, heels out. Stretch your left arm high, twist. Bump your hips a little to the right. Walk yourself towards the top of your mat, both hands inside your right foot for lizard pose. Active arms lengthen, think more space between the mat and your chest. Right toes pointing forward, squeeze your left glute. Great, press down through your left hand, start to roll to the outside of your left foot, side plank on the left. Step your right foot back, right arm high. Stay here, maybe you take a tree pose variation or step your right foot behind you for wild thing. Send your hips up, straight left leg. Either look at your left hand or your right hand for 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, send your right leg up and back. Exhale, step up towards your right thumb, rise to a warrior 1, both arms up. Palms face each other or palms to touch. Bring your hands to your waist. Shorten your stance by bumping your left foot up. Send your left arm high. Take a big breath in. Start to hinge forward and then bring your left hand down either to your foot, block, or mat. Revolve triangle, stretch your right arm up. Bump your hips to the left, peel your chest to the right. You're also welcome to bring your right hand to your lower back for 3, 2, 1. Feet together, fold top of your mat. Bend your knees, reach both arms up. Chair pose. Bring prayer hands to heart center and twist to the left. Hook your right elbow outside your left knee, press your palms together. And then you can keep the arms or release it and come back to it. But first, look down. Bring weight to your left foot. Take a big step back with your right foot. Twisted prayer lunge. Great. Like I said, you can release your hands and then bring them back to prayer if you need. Drop your right knee, left hand, left hip. Reach your right arm up. If that feels good, left hand to the back of the right thigh, curl back. Gaze up, squeeze your right glute. Great, hands to the mat, pyramid pose. Shorten your stance, bump your right foot up. You can walk your hands forward or walk your hands back. Try to drive the right hip forward and tug the left hip back. You choose whether you want your feet on railroad tracks or heel-to-heel alignment. We'll be here for 3, 2, 1. Step, feet together, fold top of your mat. Bend your knees, chair pose. Eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. Stay here with the feet together or wrap your right leg once or twice over your left. Eagle pose, Garudasana. Sink a little bit lower, shoulders stack over your hips, press your forearms forward, and then drop your elbows in the direction of your knees. Round your back. Keep your arms, just unwind your legs. Flex your right foot so the heel goes back. Parallel your forearms with the mat. Take a big step back, right foot. You're in warrior 1 legs, eagle arms, curl back, big breath in, exhale, humble eagle. Drop your chest inside your left leg. Bump your hips a little bit to the right. No tension in the neck for 3, 2, hands to the mat on 1. If you'd like arm balance exit, you'll walk your left arm underneath your left leg, plant your left hand outside your left foot, start to shift your weight forward so your left thigh is resting on your left tricep. Right leg lifts behind you, totally optional, only if you're ready for it. Otherwise, we'll step back to Vinyasa. Knees up or down. and we'll meet downward facing dog. In your down dog, I'll have you bring your feet together, lift your left leg up, and then bend your left knee, stack your hips, and find some movement for 3, 2, 1. Flex your left foot, big breath in. Exhale, step or crunch to your right elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze, knee to nose. And then step in between your thumbs. Pivot open, warrior 2. Align your left heel with your right arch, melt your shoulders. Flip your left palm, reverse warrior, really light right fingertips. Exhale for side angle, elbow to thigh or hand to mat. Right arm up, extend it if you're ready, and then really firm up your right leg. Inhale, rise, star pose, left toes turn in, palms press. Pivot your heels in, toes out as you eagle wrap your left arm under. Scoop your tailbone, press your forearms forward. Take a big breath in, and then as you exhale, start to drop your forearms, send your butt back. You should feel some rounding in your back, press the knees apart. Unwind your arms, left hand down. Turn your toes in, heels out as you reach your right arm up for a twist. Bump your hips a little to the left. Can you gaze up at your right hand? Great. Walk yourself towards the top of your mat. Lizard pose. Both hands inside your left foot. Hug your left knee towards your left shoulder. Lengthen your arms. Really squeeze that right glute. Start to roll onto the outside of your right foot. Step your left foot back, side plank. Maybe tree pose variation, or step your left foot behind you, wild thing. If you're going wild thing, you're looking at your left hand or your right hand for 3, 2, left hand down on 1, 3-leg downward facing dog. Step your left foot up towards your left thumb. Drop your right knee and reach both arms up. Warrior 1. Palms together or just facing each other. Bring your hands to your waist and shorten your stance by bumping your back foot up. Reach your right arm up, palm face in, take a breath. Reach forward, hinge forward, and then bring your right hand down inside, outside your foot on a mat or block. Hips bump to the right, revolve triangle. Maybe you start left hand at the tailbone at the lower back. Try to spread the collarbones apart, peel the left shoulder back for 3, 2, 1. Both hands down, step your feet together, fold. Bend your knees for Utkatasana, chair pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Thumbs pressed to your sternum, take a breath in. Prayer twist to the right. Hook your left elbow outside your right knee. Sternum to meet your thumbs. You can keep your hands the entire time or release and press them back together, but take a big step back with your left foot. Twisted prayer lunge. Squeeze, sternum to thumbs, twist. Then drop your back knee, bring your right hand to your right hip. Stretch your left arm up, and if that feels good, right hand to back of left thigh. Melt your hips forward, rest your skull back, and then hands to the mat, shorten your stance, pyramid pose. Left toes turn out, hands can walk forward or back. Squeeze inner thighs towards each other, almost like you're trying to drag the heels towards each other. All right, again, step your feet together, fold, bend your knees, chair pose. Reach both arms up. Eagle wrap your left arm underneath your right. Feet together or left leg up and over, squeeze inner thighs. Once you get there, knees slightly left, elbows slightly right. Start to round your back, chin tuck, elbows towards your knees. Keep your twist. Squeeze. Unwind just your legs. Keep your arms. Eagle 3. Flex left foot. Parallel your forearms with the mat, and then take a big step back with your left foot so you land in a warrior one. Inhale, curl your chest back. Exhale, dip your chest inside your leg. Humble eagle. Try to keep your arms, bump your hips a little to the left. Parallel your forearms with the mat. Unwind your arms. Now, if you want the arm balance, you'll walk your right arm underneath your right leg. Your right hand has to plant outside the foot. So you're almost wearing your right leg like a backpack. Start to shift your weight forward. Pick your left toes up. You can use your left elbow as a shelf. When you're ready, step or jump your feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, sigh. Inhale, shift forward, plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Bring your right leg out to the right, either tree pose or frog pose with that right leg. Walk your left arm underneath, palm face up like thread the needle. And then your right arm, I like it parallel with the top of the mat, rest your forehead. So I'll recap where we are. You're on your belly, hips down. Your right leg is either extended out like a half frog pose or tree pose. Left arm thread underneath, palm face up. And then right forearm parallel with the top of the mat, resting your forehead. I'll have you roll onto your left shoulder so you end in a supine twist. Reach your right arm behind you. Option to bring left hand to right thigh. Twist. We're going to roll all the way back onto the belly and do that on the other side. So, extend your right leg back, you're on your belly. Left leg out to the left, either half frog pose or tree variation. Thread your right arm underneath, like thread the needle. And then I like left forearm parallel with the top of the mat, forehead resting. Start to roll onto your right shoulder, right hip, sweep your left arm behind you, supine twist. Maybe you bring right hand to left knee, gaze over your left fingertips. Slowly roll all the way onto your back. So you might need to scoot yourself more onto your mat. Once you're there, hug your knees into your chest. You can draw some circles. Happy baby, catch your feet or ankles. Try to pull your shin bones towards your knees, tailbone back to the mat, gentle tuck of your chin. Release that, either bottoms of the feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana, or extend your legs, Shavasana. Hands can come to the belly, the hips, or sprawl off your mats. Close your eyes and see how quickly you can let your natural breathing resume. Notice that maybe for the past 30 minutes you were able to keep your mind completely on your mats, in the present moment, and taking kind of that mindset into whatever the rest of the day has for you. So whether it is something peaceful like the practice of yoga or your work, try to be completely 100% involved wherever you are physically. Take a big stretch of your arms, your legs, like you're being pulled into opposite directions. Hug your knees into your chest. And either roll to one side or rock up to a seat. You can bring your hands to your lap or hands to your heart. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open your mouth, sigh. Bring both hands to heart center. Take a bow of your head towards your heart. Moment of appreciation for your body and your practice, the energy you brought to your space today. Move wholeheartedly with this intention through the rest of your day. Gently open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope this day includes whatever you need it to. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I so appreciate it. Make sure you tag me on Instagram when you practice with me. See you guys next time.